The first two games in Frisco history didn't quite go as planned. We got blown out by North Texas, and Baylor, well, they beat us rather decisively. And the big key from those two games is we scored 0 points in the second half of either of those games. We got a chance to turn it around today as we face TCU for the first time in the DFW Bowl, the battle for DFW, if you will, and then one of our most winnable games versus Missouri State. Now, guys, this TCU game, listen, I forgot to turn off my mic while I was recording the game, and I had my fan on. So there's this constant little annoying buzzing sound in the background. So I'm going to show you some highlights from while that sound was going on to when that sound ends, if that makes sense. So right now, if you hear a buzzing, don't worry. I want to show you a few plays while the buzzing was there. And then after like the first quarter, I'm pretty sure the noise goes away. Anyways, Josh Hoover is your TCU quarterback, and he throws an interception right to Noah Wade. And Wade sets us up with beautiful field position. As, you know, Hoover, he's like a high 80 overall. I think he's an 88 or 89 overall. But you wouldn't know it based on this throw, wildly off the mark. Right into the hands of Noah Wade. First ever interception in Frisco history sets us up beautifully as we score a touchdown. 9 yards out for Miles Knight as we take the lead 7-0 with about 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Miles Knight's so tough, man. I wonder what he's going to do after the game. He's probably going to... No, I'm not doing that meme. 1 minute left here in the first quarter. There's a fourth down stop for the defense as we're looking to take control against TCU early in this one. Don Bridges now looking for somebody deep down the field. He makes the same mistake Hoover did. As there is an interception by Don Bridges. The pass was just off the mark. Second quarter underway now as Hoover passing deep over the middle of the field. That ball's caught by the tight end. That's Kamorian Pimpton. Hell of a name, by the way. And he gets them into the red zone. Yep, there we go. That's how you commentate. Scary Garland gets his second or third sack of the year. 4 minutes left now here in this second quarter. It is a handoff. That's going to go to Kavorian Barnes. He had no room in this one. It's 3rd down and 5 for TCU. Pass deep to the left side. It is knocked away. And guys, I believe at this point the little buzzing noise has gone away. So the rest of the game is rather normal. We're going to see every play. 3rd and 11 now for Frisco. I hope you guys enjoy this BS that I do here in these videos. We're just trying to have some fun here. You know what it is. Spencer Strickland takes a carry for 6 yards. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Don Bridges back to pass with 2 minutes left. He's rolling to his right, looking for somebody open. He's able to pick up a first down. Minute 55 remaining in the half. Bridges back to pass again, trying to escape the defense. It's not going to happen. Loss of 9 on first down makes it 2nd and 19. Bridges looking for someone open. He finds his man, Javion Hodges. 15 yards, and it's 3rd and 4. Bridges back to pass again. Underneath, that's Spencer Strickland, unable to make the catch. And it's 4th down. Bridges back to pass again. Looking for somebody open. Rolling to his right. Bridges floating over the middle. That is caught, but not enough for the first. 7-3 is the score as TCU takes back over. They start at their own 28-yard line. First play, it goes for a loss of 2. Makes it 2nd and 12. Hoover back to pass. That's caught by Pimpton. Pimpton able to pick up 7. And that's 3rd down and 5. Hoover back to pass again. Goes over the middle of the field. There's another grab for Pimpton. He's just a very large individual. He's got 4 catches already, 61 yards. As Joseph Manjack IV, what a name, goes for -2 on that screen. Here's a pass underneath, also caught by Manjack. He's got 6 catches as well, and that'll make it 3rd and 6. Last play of the first half here. Hoover looking deep up the left side, and it is caught. And that'll take us to halftime. Like I said, the rest of this video will be normal. There's no background noise. I just figured nobody wants to hear that. Who wants to hear buzzing background noise for the entire first half of the game? Nobody, right? Guys, if you enjoy this content, if you think I'm funny, if you think I'm cool, or if you just like college football and you don't necessarily like me, drop a sub, like, comment. You know, all the YouTube jargon. Or don't. You don't have to. Second half gets underway as Frisco starts with the football. Here's a pass to the outside. It's Miles Knight on the screen, and Knight able to fight through a defender and pick up 6 yards. Second down and 4. Handoff to Knight this time, and he picks up maybe 2. Makes it third down and 2. Bridges back to pass once again, rolling to his right. Pass is knocked away by Stan Fletcher, and on fourth down, Frisco punts. Here's a quick pass underneath, caught once again. That is Pimpton, as he's just been all over the football field today. His 6th of the day. Here's a big play by the Frisco defense. That's a loss of 5 on the sack. It's Yates getting back there, and that makes it 3rd and 11. Hoover back to pass on 3rd down. Looking deep down the field. No way that's caught. Over 2 defenders. That's Joseph Manjack. Absolutely no way that just happened. 1st and 10 from the 45 as TCU crosses midfield. There's been nowhere to go for either of the TCU running backs today. That's a loss of 2. Here's a pass underneath. Speaking of, that's Kavorian Barnes. He's able to pick up 4 more. That'll make it 3rd down and 8. And on 3rd down, Hoover looking deep. That ball is caught. Some tough grabs being made by these TCU receivers as they're up near the 10-yard line. They get 5 more. That'll make it 2nd down and 5. Hoover hands off to Barnes. Barnes looking for the edge. He's got it. Touchdown TCU. Took them a bit longer than they might have expected to find the end zone for the first time, but TCU is up 10-7. As we fake a handoff here, and Bridges under pressure, somehow able to throw it away. 2nd down and 10. Bridges back to pass again. Underneath, he finds Stan Fletcher. Fletcher's got room. Fletcher all the way up to midfield. That's a gain of 25 for Stan Fletcher. First down play is a fake now. Bridges keeping himself. He cuts upfield. That's a quick gain of 5. Feels like the offense has been a lot better since we started to implement more quarterback runs. And here's Miles Knight right up the middle with a big gain. 22 yards, Miles Knight. As it doesn't matter what level of opponent we face, Miles Knight will find some room. Here's a shot to the end zone, overthrown by Bridges. 2nd and 10 from the 24. Handoff to Knight again, and it looked like he actually got tackled by his own teammate there. 3rd and 11. Bridges back to pass. Underneath. That is caught as Hodges picks up 5. And Frisco will stay on the field and go for it. 4th and 6. And that ball's caught, but no chance for Asher Hayes to get a first down. TCU takes back over. Here's a handoff. Kavorian Barnes. He picks up 5. Now on 2nd and short. Here's a quick pass to the outside. Caught by Manjack again. He's got a ton of grabs today. 8th catch, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 4. Here's another grab. Beautiful ball to McAllister. And TCU has another first down. First down play picks up 4. Makes it 2nd and 6 as they're up near midfield. Here's another completion. Manjack able to pick up 4 or 5. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by Olin Fritz. Feels like this guy's just got a nose for the ball. He's always around it, and this was textbook by Frisco. What are you supposed to do? Hold up the runner, and someone will come in there and lay a big hit. Who else but Malcolm Burnett to lay that hit? 1st and 10 for Frisco. Handoff goes to Knight. Knight up the middle. Beautiful gain. That's 13 yards for Miles Knight as he's up to 79 on the day. Make that another handoff for Knight, and he gets stuck on his own blockers. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. We're in a tight battle here with TCU. I'm going to see if we can stick with them. Bridges rolling to his right on this play, looking for somewhere to go, and I'm not sure if he's just scared to throw the ball into single coverage there, but he probably should have gotten rid of it. Here's another pass underneath. That's Javion Hodges. He'll pick up 6. And looks like this time Frisco will settle for a field goal. That'll tie the game at 10 here in the 4th quarter. Who would have thought Frisco would be tied with a Big 12 opponent in the 4th quarter? 10-10 is your game. It's another catch for Manjack on this play. He picks up 5 more, his 10th grab of the day. 2nd down and 5. Hoover looking over the middle. Who else but Joseph Manjack picks up another big gain as TCU crosses midfield. Back to pass again. Hoover this time finds Pimpton. And I think it's very clear Hoover has two very favorite targets in this receiving group. 3rd down and inches after a run by Barnes. It's going to be another one for Barnes, and he's got space. Picks up about 3 or 4, and that's another 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 32. Pass to the outside. Manjack with another grab. He picks up 6 more yards. And Josh Hoover on the day is 27 for 29. Make that 28 of 30. As it's 3rd down and 3. Hoover to the outside. That one's caught once again. These TCU receivers, it does not matter if they're getting hit as they catch. Doesn't matter how much traffic there is. They simply hold on to the football as they're down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal from the 3. That handoff goes to Jeremy Payne. He goes nowhere. Actually loses 2. Make that 2nd and goal. Fake handoff now, keeping him himself. Hoover, he gets 4. That'll make it 3rd and goal up to the 1-yard line. Here's a quick flip now, and looked like Dwyer was gonna go up the middle there, but instead he keeps it to the outside. Ends up finding the end zone. 3:33 remaining in the game for Frisco, as here's a handoff to Miles Knight. Picks up another 1st down. He's having a really efficient day running the football. Another handoff for Knight as he's looking for the edge. Doesn't quite get it, but picks up 4 more. 2nd down and 6. Going Knight's way one more time. And Knight picks up a 1st down, finds a lane, and gets some more as he's up over 100 yards on the day. Miles Knight is so good, man. It's so sad that he's not going to be on this team next season. I mean, there's maybe a 0.01 chance that he doesn't transfer, but his deal breaker is championship contender, and right now our championship contender is an F. 3rd and 5. I can't believe Asher Hayes just dropped that ball, making it 4th down. Minute left in the game. Bridges looking for someone open. He finds Knight, but it's a short gain. And I think that might do it in this one. See if we can get 3 stops here. Here's a handoff for Jeremy Payne. He goes nowhere. Timeout for Frisco. 2nd down. It's a fake handoff for Payne. Hoover looking for somebody open, and he completes a pass to Pimpton for a gain of 7. 3rd down and 3. Hoover back to pass again. Looking to the outside. He's got Pimpton, and he's not going to get there. The defense gets a stop and gives the offense one more chance with 50 seconds remaining, and this pass is off the mark. And that's going to officially do it here in Frisco. That ball by Don Bridges was not even close. 17-10 is your final score, as guys, we finally scored in the second half of a game. It was only 3 points, but it was points scored after the second quarter. We're not expecting ourselves to win against opponents like TCU and Baylor right now, but what we are doing is we're keeping it competitive, and that's got to be doing something for the spirits of our guys here. And Bridges actually didn't have a terrible game. 16 of 24, that's 66% completion percentage. Just 2 interceptions, not great. Miles Knight, 15 attempts, 112 yards. He had another great day. Javion Hodges is turning into a great little slot receiver for us. He had 6 catches for 40 yards. Olin Fritz was all in the backfield, along with Percy Tate and Malcolm Burnett, as we were able to get a bunch of tackles for losses, a couple sacks today, and don't forget the interception by Noah Wade. Olin Fritz is your Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Week as we get into a game versus Missouri State. Now, this is the first game on our schedule that makes me think, you know what? We can really beat these guys. Now, Missouri State, they're still better than us. And really, who isn't? We're a 57 overall team. But this is the only team that we've played that is below a 70 overall. Missouri State going to start with the football today, and we got to watch out for Shamari Lawrence. He had 113 yards in his last game with 3 touchdowns. As Missouri State starts with the football today, it is a fake to Lawrence, and the quarterback runs to his left side, gets taken down for a sack. That's Kerry Garland. Quarterback being Jacob Clark. Garland didn't even necessarily win here. He just stuck with the play, and ended up with the sack. 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Shamari Lawrence, and he picks up 12 and a first down. Telling you, we gotta watch out for him. He didn't have over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns last week for no reason. 2nd down and 6 now for Missouri State. It's a screen setup for Lawrence, and Lawrence going up the left side. He's got themselves another first down, a gain of maybe 15. That'll make it 1st and 10 from the 42. As Clark back to pass once again, looking to the right side. That ball is caught by the big tight end. That's Jaron Askren, and it's another first down for Missouri State. Doing whatever they want on this drive. Clark back to pass again. This time he's taken down for the sack. That's Jason Graham. And he went right through the inside of this defense. I believe he was lined up on the center there. A little bit of a speed move, it looked like. He got there quick. 2nd and 17 now. Handoff goes to Lawrence. He's trying to find the edge, and he picks up 2. 3rd and 15. Big chance to get off the field if you're Frisco. Clark back to pass all day to throw the football. Jacob Clark looking up the left side. That ball is caught by Dash Luke, and he breaks the tackle. Luke in the end zone. How did they score on that play? It was 3rd and 15. Looked like the drive was going to be over. And instead, Dash Luke not only catches the ball deep down the field, but he breaks a tackle, and then a poor angle by the rest of the Frisco defense allowed him to get in the end zone. Misfires and missed targets for Don Bridges in that game against TCU. 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Bridges actually has no touchdowns on the entire season so far. I know we're only 3 games in, but you'd like to see that change. First down play was a handoff to Bridges. 2nd down play also going to be, not Bridges, Miles Knight, my mistake. 2nd down play also a handoff to Knight, and he'll pick up a first down gain of about 8. Knight 1 more now, picks up 3 more. That's 2nd and 7. Spencer Strickland into the game. This is a pass quick to the outside. That is Asher Hayes with a gain of 9. First down as Frisco's up to the 46. Here's a fake handoff to Strickland. Pass to the outside. That's Jewel Vaughn with the grab as he picks up 5. Nice start for this Frisco offense. It feels like we have a little bit of a rhythm here. 3rd down and 2 after the short run by Knight. And here is a fake handoff. Bridges keeping it himself. He's not going to get there. 4th and 1. Frisco offense stays on the field. Handoff goes to Miles Knight, and Knight doesn't get there either. As Missouri State takes over at the 44. First down play is a fake. Clark rolling to his left. Pass caught deep down the field. That's caught by Ronell Johnson. That's a huge gain as they're up to the 34. Here's a handoff now. Shamari Lawrence breaks a tackle. Lawrence nowhere to go as he loses 2. 2nd down and 12. Fake to Lawrence this time. That pass outside is caught. Big broken tackle by the big tight end. And that's actually not even a tight end. That's just Jamarie Robinson, a receiver out there. As he's going to get another one here, and Robinson breaks a tackle. He's up to the 12-yard line. Missouri State having no issues whatsoever offensively. Clark back to pass again. End zone. That is caught. And that drive was just taken over by Jamarie Robinson. As he didn't even necessarily need to beat anyone on this play. He just found the soft spot in the zone and stood there. Frisco on the kick return now, and there's a lane for Kidd. Kidd went right up the middle. Rolling Kidd showing off the speed. He's gonna go all the way. Roland Kidd gets Frisco on the board in this one, as it's gonna become a 14-7 game just like that. Can't believe that just happened. First ever kickoff return touchdown in Frisco history, as that run there by Josh Joyner gains a yard, and we are at the end of the first quarter. Uninspiring offense so far for Frisco, but they're still right in this game. Second down and 9. Handoff goes to Lawrence once again, and he's able to pick up maybe 8. That'll make it 3rd down and 1. From the 28, quick pass to the outside. There's Chamarie once again as he's able to pick up a 1st down. 9 for 9, 146-yard start for Jacob Clark as there's a handoff for Lawrence as he loses 2 yards. 2nd and 12. Clark back to pass again. That one's knocked away. Good defense by Frisco. Can they finally get off the field on 3rd and long? Clark back to pass again. All day to throw the football, and you're just not going to be able to cover receivers for that long. Missouri State just having, like I said this like 3 times already, they're having absolutely no issues getting this ball down the field. 2nd and 4. Here's a pass to the outside, caught. And it's going to be a 1st down on the screen and much more as they're nearing the red zone once again. That's Josh Joyner. Joyner still in the backfield. He takes the handoff, and he's going to find a bit of space for about 4 yards before he's taken down. Into the red zone now. Joyner taking another handoff. He runs through a defender and picks up about 7. Tough running for Joyner there as Lawrence comes back into the game. Here's a quick pass underneath. That is caught by Isaiah McManus. Gain of 6. Clark back to pass again. Looking for somebody open. He's going to step up and run with it. Jacob Clark slides down at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal from the 3. Clark looking to his left, and that ball is somehow caught. There's been some absurd catches in this video so far. 2nd and goal, handoff Lawrence. He doesn't quite get there. Nice tackle by Malcolm Burnett. 3rd down and goal, handoff Lawrence. Malcolm Burnett in the backfield once again, as Missouri State is going to take a field goal and make it 17-7. Frisco just trying to do anything to stop this game from getting out of hand. Here's another kickoff return for Roland Kidd, and he doesn't go nearly as far this time. I believe this is only the 2nd possession now for Frisco, as they pick up 4 yards here on 1st down with Malcolm Knight. 2nd and 6 now. Bridges back to pass. Looking to the left side, off the mark for Javion Hodges. 3rd down now. Bridges back to pass again. He's got Knight on the outside. Knight looking for some room to run. Outruns a defender. There's a 1st down up to the 41-yard line. That's 14 yards for Knight. Now Bridges on 1st down. Keeps it himself. Loses 4. Make it 2nd down and long. Bridges back to pass again, rolling to his right. Looking deep down the field. That ball's caught by Jeremy Walls. Walls is our best receiver. We just haven't been able to find him at all these first 3 games. That's his biggest play of the year so far. 1st down carry goes for 4. That's Miles Knight once again. 2nd and 6. Bridges back to pass. Looking deep to the end zone. It's knocked away. Tried to hit Javion Hodges back there. 3rd down and 6. Bridges, pass underneath, caught by Gregory. This is the fullback is getting some action in this one. 1st down and 10. Bridges back to pass again. Underneath, caught by Javion Hodges. 1st down, 1st and goal. Can Frisco trim the lead a bit in this one? Handoff goes to Knight this time, and Knight finds no room, actually loses a yard there. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 11. Bridges back to pass. Underneath, he's got Jeremy Walls once again. He picks up 6. From the 5-yard line now, Bridges looking to his left. He's got Miles Knight wide open. End zone, Frisco. The Railriders score their first offensive touchdown of the day, and that's the first career touchdown pass by Don Bridges. Only took 4 games to get there, but you know what? We got there. Down by 3. 17-14, 54 seconds left here in this first half. Pass goes underneath. That is caught. Ronell Johnson picks up 5. Missouri State, no timeouts remaining. They used them all on that last Railrider drive. There's another play, quick gain of 4. And there's just 2 seconds remaining. Last play of the first half here. Clark launching downfield, and it's knocked away. Very competitive first half of football. Would it be a different story without that Roland Kidd kickoff return touchdown? It's possible. But who cares? It happened, and we're only down by 3. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying this, I'm going to say it one more time, super quick. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibes. All that stuff. Or don't. You really don't have to. We are playing a competitive matchup against Missouri State. I really think this is the first team that Frisco has a chance to beat. Let's get right back into the action here. Third quarter. Frisco starts with the football. First play is a handoff to Miles Knight. He picks up 5, and I'll make it 2nd and 5. And on second down, here's a handoff to Strickland. Looks like they wanted to set up a screen or something for Knight, but it just wasn't there. 3rd down and 6. Bridges back to pass. Over the middle, it's caught. Javion Hodges. Beautiful ball by Bridges. First down for Frisco as Bridges. What a great verbal typo. He picks up 3 yards. 2nd and 7, handoff goes to Knight. Knight finds space once again. Just the way he bursts through the lane, once he spots the hole and accelerates through it, there's no chance at stopping him. There's a chance at stopping him on that screen pass, though, as he loses a yard. 2nd and 11, Bridges back to pass, and that one goes to the outside for Strickland. He gets nothing. 3rd down and 11. Bridges back to pass once again. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it himself. Don Bridges picks up maybe 13. First down for the Railriders. And on first down, here's a handoff for Strickland. He doesn't quite find any room as Missouri State is starting to shore up that run defense. And as I say that, Miles Knight keeps it himself. He breaks a tackle. Beautiful run by Miles Knight. That's 20 yards on that. Bridges back to pass again, looking for somebody open, rolling to his right. That pass is caught by Knight. It's a short gain of just 1. 2nd down and 9, handoff to Knight once again, maybe picks up 2. That'll make it 3rd and 7. Bridges back to pass, looking underneath. That ball, I'm gonna freaking cough. I'm not cutting that out either, you guys. 4th down and 3. Bridges looking to his left. That's caught by Javion Hodges. First down. Railriders up to the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Handoff goes to Miles Knight again. He's got the outside. Knight reaches. They say he's not quite in. 2nd down and goal. Handoff to Knight again. This time loses a yard. 3rd down now for Frisco. Bridges back to pass, looking for somebody open, and he throws it away. The Railriders will take a field goal and tie this game at 17. Jacob Clark back out on the field now. He finds Ronell Johnson on the RPO for a gain of 5. Make it 2nd and down. Clark back to pass again, looking deep up the right side. He's got his man, Jaron Askren. Big time gain as they're already nearing midfield. Clark back to pass once again. These offenses here in college football 26, I don't know if this is how everything is like in real life or what, but they pass like 80% of the time. I swear. Every single play is a freaking pass play. Last play of the 3rd quarter here maybe. This is a pass to the outside caught by Robinson. He picks up 6. As the 4th quarter starts, we are tied at 17. I just realized, guys, we scored in the second half in back-to-back games. This time we were able to do it in the 3rd quarter. As we're tied 17-17 with the Bears. 2nd and 4. Clark back to pass again. Looking for somebody open. That ball is tipped and picked off by Olin Fritz. What just happened? I need a replay. Olin Fritz playing his zone beautifully. Looked like he tipped the ball to himself. We're going to get another look. Yep, he tipped it, and that ball just hung up in the air. Frisco takes over. Here's a handoff. Miles Knight, he picks up a yard. 2nd down and 9. Bridges back to pass. Looking for somebody over the middle. He's got Javion Hodges. There's a 1st down, gain of about 10. Hodges, 4 catches, 42 yards on the day. Here's the handoff for Knight, and Knight looking for some room. He breaks a tackle, and that is a tough run. A really, really strong gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Bridges looking for somebody open. Up the seam. He's got Jewel Vaughn. And I know it's just a nice little 20-yard gain, but that's one of the best passes I've seen Don Bridges throw. Is on 1st and 10. Bridges keeps it himself now, loses the football. Luckily, his lineman was alert and got back on it. Make it 2nd and 13. So here's a quick pass underneath. That is dropped. Not sure how Asher Hayes didn't come down with that one. 3rd and 13. Setting up another screen for Miles Knight. And Knight hurdles the defender and picks up the first down. Miles Knight, I swear, he just makes a new highlight every single game. 14 yards on the play, as here's a speed option now. Knight to the outside, not really any room. Might have lost a yard. 2nd down and goal now. Bridges back to pass, looking for a man. He's got one, but he's hit as he throws. Couldn't quite get enough on it. 3rd and goal. Bridges back to pass, over the middle. Pass is caught by Jewel Vaughn. Touchdown, Railriders! And that is the first pass caught for a touchdown by a Railrider receiver. We've seen a touchdown grab from Spencer Strickland. We've seen one from Miles Knight. Jewel Vaughn is the first receiver or tight end to find the end zone. Took long enough, but we made it. Up 24-17, we scored our first touchdown in the second half of a game as Olin Fritz gets in the backfield, takes down Clark for a loss of 9. 2nd and 19 now. Handoff goes to Robinson, and he throws Fritz to the side there. That was just rude. Picks up 2 yards. 3rd and 17, another long play, and the screen was set up, but unable to complete it. 5 minutes left in the game. Frisco takes back over. They pick up 5 on the handoff to Strickland as they're looking to put this game away. Handoff to Miles Knight now. He only picks up a yard. 3rd down and 4. Can we pick up a first down here? Bridges not really sure what's going on here. He launched it downfield. That was risky. And that was a very freshman throw. 4th and 4. Pass over the middle. Hodges makes the catch, and he's got the first down and more. Ballsy play by the Railriders. Nicky Price, you're insane for calling that one, but it worked, and we're going to knock more time off this clock. 2nd and 5 now. Here's a handoff for Knight. He goes right up the middle, and Miles Knight with another first down. He's a little banged up, though. Might not want to run it with him many more times. 1st down and 10. Bridges loses the football. Strickland scoops it up, though. Touchdown, Railriders! What just happened? Looked like the Railriders wanted to run a read option there with Don Bridges. Didn't find any room. Fumbled the ball. But Spencer Strickland, right place, right time. He comes through, scoops it up, and runs around the outside for a touchdown. What an unreal play. 31-17, just 2.5 minutes left in this game. As guys, it's looking like we could have our first win in team history. Clark, got to get up the field and got to get up the field quickly. Because it's already 3rd down and 3. He's already lost 25-30 seconds. Here's a pass underneath. That is caught. It is Ronell Johnson. Big first down, but we're already going to be at the 2-minute warning here. Missouri State is able to get all the way down the field. 40 seconds left. They find the end zone. But they're going to need the onside kick to have a chance at this one. Kick is up. It bounces. And Stan Fletcher makes the grab. Frisco, for the first time in school history, is in victory formation, and Don Bridges kneels this one out. What a game here at Missouri State, as we were able to score 17 points in the second half. Player of the game is, of course, Miles Knight. Not really his best day yardage-wise, but 20 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. I believe he also caught a touchdown pass today, as he was just all over the field offensively. How about that last play, though? That last touchdown by Spencer Strickland. I really thought we were giving the ball back, and I thought we were giving it back with a chance for Missouri State to tie. Let's take a look at the numbers in this game. Don Bridges had his best day by far. 184 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Miles Knight at 82 yards. No rushing touchdowns in this one, but he did catch a touchdown pass, had 5 more grabs. Hodges has been a beautiful, beautiful slot receiver. 60 yards in this one, and Jewel Vaughn caught the first touchdown pass by a receiver on this Frisco team. Tackles for loss all over the defense. Olin Fritz, Kerry Garland, Bradley, and Jason Graham combined for sacks as well. Now, guys, we have a problem in the world of recruiting. 2 quarterbacks and a wide receiver have told us they don't like us anymore because we do not reach their deal breaker. Now, we're still number 1 on a number of guys here. I still really like how our class is shaping up, even though I haven't scouted any of these guys. But it was time to look for a new quarterback to try and scout. So I found John Montag, and, you know, he looks pretty damn good. He's got 80 speed, 89 throw power, decent short and medium accuracies. Just can't really hit the deep ball. But you know what? There's a scholarship on the board for him. Next time, the Railriders are going to take on Texas State as they're going to make their Sun Belt Conference debut. And I'm hearing some rumblings from Texas State. I guess they feel a little bit disrespected that Frisco hasn't considered them a Texas rivalry. Guys, if you enjoyed this one, come by next time.